It's Marlon Bennett. Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 5 of my 30-day challenge inside the Internet Lifestyle Network. Today, I want to talk a little bit about um, uh, outgrowing or expanding your horizons. Okay, I read an article somewhere not very long ago that um, actually, there were two articles. One of the articles I read was about this guy who had this pit bull, I believe it was, and he kept the pit bull. He had a couple of acres of land out in the country, and he kept the pit bull sort of in this little fenced-in area. And I believe the fenced-in area might have been about maybe 10 feet by 10 feet, but it was all fenced in. And he kept the dog in that area for a very, very, very long time. And because he worked a lot, he had very little time to actually get the dog outside of that fenced-in area. I mean, the dog spent really 90% of his life just inside that fenced-in area. And one day, I believe he was having some construction done, and so he had to have the fence tore down. So they tore the fence down around the dog. I think they was going to expand it. But what the strange thing was this: even when that fence was gone, what he noticed and he thought was very strange was that the dog would never go beyond the dimensions of whatever that fence was. Even though the fence was gone, the dog would only go so far in either direction, and he would stop, even though the fence was no longer there. And I think that that's a very, very that's ironic because even though the fence was gone, the dog still would not move beyond the dimensions that existed prior to the time of the removal of the fence. And I thought it was ironic because I think sometimes we are the same way. Psychologically, we can't move beyond uh, the confines of our mind. And sometimes, believe me, it's not physical, it is mental. You understand what I'm saying? Again, just like with the dog, even though the fence was actually gone, the dog being so used to being inside that confinement of the dimensions of that fence, even though it was gone, could not move further than the dimensions that existed before that with the fence. And if you think about it in your own mind, if you already have these preconceived notions about everything, like for instance, it's written in stone that you must go to college and you must get a good job and work for somebody for the rest of your life. If you can't think outside that rural box, actually, then you will never move beyond it. And you know what I mean? And it's sad because most of the restrictions on most people, they exist in psychologically, not physically. The physical limitations are one thing. They're far easier to get over sometimes than the psychological limitations. What I'm challenging you guys to do today is to challenge yourself to think outside that box, to know that you can change old habits and that you can do something different other than the status quo. You're going to hear a lot about mindset inside your back office with the Internet Lifestyle Network. A lot about mindset, because not to me personally, and my mindset is just it's such a large component of what the outcome of what you're pursuing is going to be, that there's no way we can dismiss it. You hear people talking about it all the time, but over time, hopefully you're going to start to understand that it is mindset. That when you can get it up here, then it can manifest in your life. Okay? And if that makes sense to you guys, I want to thank you and ask you to keep staying plugged in to the 30-day challenge inside the Internet Lifestyle Network with Marlon Bennett, which is me. And as always, I'm wishing you guys wisdom, peace, prosperity, and to live an internet lifestyle without limits. I'll see you on the next video.